What's up, guys? Yo, so I know most of you guys know that I could probably put together some crazy, cool, fancy video, but I just wanted to kind of keep it raw and be real with you guys. So right now we have been just plowing ground in upstate New York for about 6 years. We planted in a church in Binghamton, New York, called Two Rivers Church, and over the past 6 years we've seen that thing grow, and we've seen God do amazing things, and we've seen probably over thousands of people come to know Jesus already in an area where it's just been impossible. And really just felt the call of God about a year and a half ago to move out to go be a part of Next Level Church, and we launched 5 more churches there, and we've seen thousands of lives impacted through that community in the New Hampshire and Northeast area. And now we just believe that God is calling us to go plant in the capital region of New York. And real quick, capital region of New York is the least Bible-minded region in America. It's one of the most unchurched regions in America. High welfare, high drug addiction rate, high all these different statistics. But we believe that this is exactly where God's calling us to plant. And so we're planting Vast Church in September. So the reason why I'm making this video is because we are trying to raise $45,000 within the next month, so we can unlock another $45,000 scholarship that's sitting there, and that would sit us at 45 plus 45 is $90,000. And then also we have some other funds coming in, but we need to raise that $45,000 to be able to unlock the rest of the money that we need to be able to plant Vast Church. I've sent out a bunch of letters. I've sent out a bunch of stuff. But what I'm saying is I'm calling everybody in, all of you believers that are here. I believe that this is what God's calling us to do, and I believe that you're supposed to be a part of it. So I want you guys really to stop and pray and think about what God is calling you to give to make this happen. I believe that we're going to be planting thousands of churches out of this movement, that this is just the very beginning of what's going on. So it's not just you're going to get matching funds, so it's going to be doubled. I believe that whatever is given in this season, God is going to multiply by the thousands, even the 100,000s, in the future to come, and I know that every single year you're going to be seeing God doing more and more and more. So right now, I know it may seem significant, or you might be pinching your pennies, or you might be doing whatever, but I know that if you sow a good seed in this season, you're going to see it it's going to multiply over and over and over again, and we're going to see lost people come home. So this isn't about me as a pastor. This isn't about having a cool church. This isn't about having good equipment. This isn't about anything. This is about a lost person coming home. I've got story after story after story, but one of the biggest stories that I always talk about is my friend Chris Hamby. And Chris was on heroin. Chris was ready to give up on life. He was living with his dad and had nothing left, and he was just trying to figure out, okay, what am I supposed to do with my life? And he heard about this church called Two Rivers from one of his friends that worked at the gas station down the road. And he said, you know what, fine, we'll go. And he came to church the first Sunday, and he was high as a kite, but he still showed up. And something happened in that moment that God really spoke to him, because we had a life-giving church in that community. He walked in the front door, and he was expecting to be judged. And there was a woman standing there, an older woman. And you know what she did? She handed him a bulletin, and she said, hey, I'm so thankful that you're here. I'm so happy that you're here. And just because of the love of Jesus, Chris has now found a place to find home. And what's really crazy about Chris's story is now Chris is becoming a pastor, and Chris is he's going to be planting in Cortland, New York, coming up very soon. And what's awesome about it is that every time that we are obedient to what God says, He is faithful till the end. So I want to ask you guys, will you guys give so that lost people can come to know Jesus, and that we can see God do the miraculous in areas where people are hurting, where people are dying, where people are sick, and people need a hospital for the sick, for the spiritually sick. So guys, will you give today? Will you make this happen? And I'm telling you, if you don't do it, nobody else is going to do it. It's on you. So I'm asking you, and honestly, I probably won't ever be able to repay you, but I know that you will see your reward in heaven, and you're going to see God do amazing, amazing things to come. Guys, God bless, and thank you so much for all that you're doing. Bye.